Scuba, Stewart. Are you ready to learn about some aquatic creatures today? Yesterday we learned that the ocean is broken up into 5 layers. Do you remember those 5 layers? Trench layer, abyss layer, midnight layer, twilight layer, and sunlight layer. Fantastic. Well, the sea creature we're going to talk about today lives in almost every single layer of the ocean. Would you like to know what it is? It's fish! Yes! We're going to talk about fish today, and I've got some fish swimming around with me today. But our classmate, Hayden, said that his favorite sea creature from the Flipgrid activity the other day when you went to the aquarium was the blue fish. And guess what I have, Hayden? Just for you, buddy, I have a big blue fish. Meet Mr. Fish. He's waving and saying hello with his fin. Check out his body. He is huge. He's got a tail, he's got some fins, he's got some big blue lips. Well, Mr. Fish is going to help us today. And Hayden, once again, here's your blue fish, buddy. You said you like blue fish. Well, let's learn about fish as we read the Scholastic magazine together. Okay, friends, I have this big magazine from Scholastic called Find the Fish. It says, which of these are fish? Surprise, they're all fish. They may look different, but all fish have 4 things that are the same. Check out these fish on the front. We've got a big red fish. We've got what looks like maybe a lionfish. It's got all these stripes on it. And then Cam, there's your favorite one, buddy. You wanted to learn about pufferfish. And guess what? We're gonna learn about pufferfish today. Well, let's open this up and find out a little bit more about why those are all fish. Up at the top it says, how can you tell it's a fish? In the green box it says all fish live in water. Some live in the ocean, some live in rivers, lakes, or ponds. And that's true. Some fish live in fresh water, some live in salt water. We're gonna be talking about a lot of saltwater fish the next couple days. In the red box it says all fish have fins. Fish use their fins to move in the water. And if you look closely, I'll show you, the picture is labeled with the fish's fins. He's not looking too happy. He's got a grumpy face. Okay, let's go down to the pink box. It says all fish have a backbone. It is a part of a fish's skeleton. Their bones are under the skin. You can't see them. Well, you might see them a little bit like in this fish, and I've seen x-ray fish before you can see their bones. But do you notice the backbone that goes along the back of the fish? Yes. Okay, well, let's go over here to the purple box. So we know that fish have fins, they live in water, and they have a backbone. Fish have gills. Fish use their gills to breathe underwater. And here I see a shark, and it's showing you his gills, where they are, right there on the side. Now, we have a cool experiment to do later that will help us learn how a fish uses their gills to breathe. But let's look over here. It says it's not a fish. These are sea creatures that are not fish. A dolphin is not a fish. It does not have gills. It has flippers, not fins. Did you know that? A crab is not a fish. It does not have fins or a backbone. Crabs have these little legs that they walk on, huh? A jellyfish is not a fish. Well, wait a minute, then why is it called a jellyfish? It does not have fins, a backbone, or gills. So even though the name jellyfish would imply, it makes us think that it's a fish, jellyfish are not fish. Well, I was wondering, could you help me out with something? Do you think you could help me label the parts of a fish? I have this fish here. Here's our fish. And I want to label the parts of the fish, and I need your help, okay? So I'm gonna hold up a word, and then I want you to tell me or point to where it should go. Okay, so here's our fish, and here's our first word, mouth. Where is the mouth of the fish? Is it right here? No, right here? Silly Mrs. Stewart. There's the mouth, so I'm going to put this right here by his mouth. In fact, it's kind of covering up his mouth a little bit. Maybe I should slide it over Just a little bit. There's his mouth. Okay, well, let's move to the next word. How about this one? Gills. Where are his gills? It's kind of tricky to see this fish's gills, but his gills would be right over in this area. So I'm going to put this here. Remember, the gills help the fish to breathe. Okay, how about this next one? Let's hold up this word. Tail. Where's his tail? Is this his tail? No, it's not up here either. His tail is at the very end of his body. So we're going to put the word tail over here. Okay, let's see. We've got this word. Can you read this word? Fins. Where are our fish's fins? Well, I see a couple fins. I see some fins down here. I see some more fins right here. And then I even see some fins up at the very tippy top. Do you see those fins up at the top? So guess what? I have another word, fin, that I'm going to stick right up here because this particular fish has a big fin going along the top of his body. Well, I think I have one more word hiding over here. Let's see what it is. Eyes. Where are our fish's eyes? Right here, yeah, and he's got two eyes. We're looking at this fish from the side, so we only see one eye, but there are two. Well, thank you for helping me label the parts of the fish. Let's watch as we learn about another kind of fish called a clownfish. Life of a clownfish. Clownfish hide in sea anemones. Sea anemones are poisonous to all fish except clownfish. First, a mother clownfish lays hundreds of eggs near sea anemones. The parents guard the eggs. Do you see the eggs? Then, the clownfish babies are inside the eggs for 5 days. The baby fish hatch. They look just like their parents, but are smaller. Do you see the baby clownfish? It reminds me of Nemo. Oh, I love the movie Nemo. Well, I hope you had fun learning a little bit about clownfish. Join Mr. Fish and I in our next video as we learn about Cam's favorite, pufferfish, and make a really cool art project. See you in a little bit.